Right after US President Joe Biden announced the provision of 31 modern M1 Abrams tanks to the battlefield in Ukraine, Kremlin spokesman Dmitry Peskov immediately responded by stating that just bring them here. They will eventually be destroyed like other NATO tanks on the battlefield. The Putin government is also not hiding its intention to deploy the T-14 Armata in combat in the near future. These are considered two of the top 5 most powerful tanks in the world today, and many of you may be curious about which tank is the strongest in the world. The answer will be in today's video. Stay tuned. One. Which tank is more versatile? The famous US magazine The National Interest declares that the Abrams tank of the United States can be on par with the machines of Allied armies, such as the Leopard 2 and Challenger 2 of Britain, the Leclerc of France, and the Merkava 4 of Israel. It even rivals the Armata of Russia, but this is completely untrue. The main advantage of the Armata tank over its competitive counterparts is that it is not just a tank, but a versatile combat vehicle with tactics suitable for special operations, anti-tank combat, detection, and elimination of enemy missiles. It can also be used effectively in destroying both ground and air targets. Meanwhile, the Abrams was created to perform a specific mission, destroying Soviet tank units. According to experts, this tank is quite modest, as it can be performed by anti-tank missiles. Major General Alexander Shevchenko emphasizes that the special feature of the Armata is the integration of firepower, control, and protection. According to him, the versatility of the Russian tank is highly valued in the West. The difference between the Armata and Abrams even occurs with the engine. With the same engine power of 1,500 horsepower, the weight of the Russian tank is 48 tons, and the American tank is 63 tons, allowing the T-14 to reach a maximum speed of 75 km per hour and a target destruction radius of 500 km, while the M1 version can only accelerate up to 67 km per hour and a target destruction radius of 460 km. In addition, there is one fundamental important point. Currently, the T-14 Armata tank is the only tank in the world with an unmanned turret. 2. Protection system. The Abrams tank has a dynamic protection layer, which is an additional shell suspended on the tank's body, filled with explosives to provide active defense that can detonate or damage enemy projectiles. Armata is also equipped with a much more effective dynamic protection layer than the US tank. The latest composite materials and special steel have the ability to destroy any type of projectile in 95% of cases. The M1 version also is equipped with a soft kill active protection system, designed to create interference with semi-automatic anti-tank missile systems. However, the soft kill system cannot be compared to the Afghanet active protection system installed on the T-14. Afghanet uses 2 protection systems to detect threats to the tank's safety: an optical positioning system and a radar system. Armata's radar with 4 phased array antennas can detect threats to the tank and even airborne targets at supersonic speeds up to 100 kilometers away. The interception of fast-moving projectiles is carried out within a radius of 15 to 20 meters by shells, and normal projectiles are destroyed by a series of large-caliber machine guns. 3. Attack capability. U.S. defense and security expert Kyle Mizukami noted that the Armata has the ability to hit targets with anti-tank missiles at a distance of up to 12 kilometers, while the M1 Abrams fires much closer, 4 kilometers. Moreover, unlike the U.S. tank, the T-14's guided missiles can be used not only against ground targets, but also against aircraft and UAVs. Even in a tank battle, the Armata will be stronger than the Abrams. From a safe distance, it can hit any tank, while the US tank will have conditions to meet. The T-14 has an advantage in firing speed due to its fully automated turret, while the US tank still has to manually load the shells, a function performed by a special crew member. In summary, analysts claim that in medium and long-range combat, the winner is likely to be the Armata. In addition, the T-14 is equipped with the brand new smoothbore gun, 2A821M 125mm, replacing the old 2A46 125mm smoothbore gun. This type of gun is rated by the West as much stronger than the smoothbore gun M256 120mm on the Abrams. Surprisingly, although it uses 125mm shells, the T-14 Armata's ammunition storage can hold up to 45 shells, while the Abrams 120mm shells are smaller, but its storage can only carry 40 shells. 4. Operating range. In terms of operating range, the T-14 Armata can operate at a range of up to 310 miles, much larger than the M1 Abrams, which has an operating range of 265 miles. The Abrams tank engine is the AGT 1500 multi-fuel gas turbine engine. Gas turbine engines are smaller, have fewer parts, and are quieter than piston engines of the same power. However, gas turbine engines consume more fuel and generate more heat than piston engines. Specifically, the M1 Abrams tank consumes up to 4 liters of gasoline per 1 kilometer, a terrifying number. Even when equipped with mine plows, its fuel consumption will increase by another 25%. Therefore, the M1 Abrams requires more transport vehicles to supply fuel compared to Russian tanks. However, this is not a big issue and does not affect the combat capabilities of the tank, because modern warfare is more strategic-oriented, and 265 miles is already an impressive number. 5. Battlefield reconnaissance capabilities. For the M1 Abrams, the command system is automated, with antennas connected to the Global Positioning System, GPS, allowing vehicle occupants and commanders to know the exact location of the vehicle in combat. Equipped with target identification and early warning systems, it can detect targets up to 3,000 meters at night and 1,200 meters in foggy conditions. With the modern laser fire control system, the M1A2 can shoot down targets at a distance of 1,850 meters with a single shot, while moving forward at a speed of 40 kilometers per hour. The T-14 Armata is also equipped with modern network battlefield modeling equipment. Instead of operating as individual tanks and units, they will participate in unified blocks connected by data transmission. All combat forces, from command, military aircraft, infantry, and reconnaissance equipment, will be integrated into a single information network. This allows for synchronized combat operations, increasing the responsiveness, mobility, and effectiveness of military forces. In this networked combat environment, tanks do not fight individually, but are linked to reconnaissance systems to detect targets and call for support from air units, artillery, and infantry, rather than seeking and attacking the enemy alone. In addition, the T-14 Armata is also equipped with the drone called Pterodactyl for target reconnaissance. The drone is made of composite material to ensure its durability and lightness. The unmanned aerial vehicle is controlled by a cable, without using radio waves to avoid interference, and the cable also helps the UAV to fly in the air for an indefinite period of time, and carry heavier equipment without running out of energy. The UAV can fly around the tank within a radius of 50 to 100 meters, and can also fly up into the sky for several dozen meters. Mobile radar and night vision thermal imaging devices will help the Pterodactyl detect targets. Pterodactyl will greatly increase the detection range of the T-14. For example, the distance for the T-14 to detect an enemy tank through its own sight is 5 kilometers, even lower if obstructed by obstacles, bushes, dirt piles, houses, etc. Pterodactyl will help detect targets from a distance of up to 10 kilometers, even if the enemy tank is hidden behind obstacles. This feature will provide Armata with an undeniable advantage over current tank models that do not have such UAV capabilities. And to answer today's question about which tank is the strongest, Military Discovery would like to quote U.S. General Wesley Clark, former Supreme Allied Commander Europe of NATO, who spoke about the T-14 Armata tank. Russia's new generation tank with an active defense system and unmanned automated turret has a much better ability to protect than other modern tanks in the world. The armor technology applied to this tank is currently unmatched by our U.S. military products. The T-14 is the model for us to develop the new generation of tanks in the 2030s. And that's all for today's content. Thank you for watching and supporting our channel. If you enjoyed it, please give U.S. Military Summary a like, subscribe to our channel, and don't forget to turn on notifications. Now goodbye, and see you again soon.